My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you all are doing well. This is part 2 of a 2-part adventure. The first part, was an overland trip, which turned out to be very interesting. If you did not see that episode, I highly recommend that you watch it. In the middle of the night, I had some encounters with some locals, I believe. They came into my site, they were revving their engines, flashing their lights and stuff, being basically annoying, being assholes. Anyways, in the morning when I woke up, it started raining, and just now did it quit. But to be honest, it's not looking good out here. My plan was for a backpacking trip today, but I'm not sure if that's possible. Again, because of the weather conditions. The sky is looking very dark and very ominous at the moment. The morning is cruising on. I'm driving towards the trailhead, and things are not looking good. I got just a little bit of service. I pulled up the radar. Ruh-roh. That's a fire marshal with its lights on. Anyways, yeah, there is a front. It looks like a front to me coming our way with heavy rain and thunderstorms. The thing is that nobody has called for this. There's no forecast calling for rain. The rain that we got this morning, nobody was calling for, so I don't know exactly what's going on, but it looks like we may have to alter our plans. Today was supposed to be basically an off-trail backpacking adventure, but because of the rain, I don't know if that's going to be possible. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I will keep you all posted. Folks, there are storms so close to us. They are literally right around the corner. Without a doubt, I do not have time to do the backpacking trip that I wanted to, but I may be able to head off of the trailhead here and find a place to camp. That is the only thing that I could do. So I guess I better hurry. I need to get a tarp set up ASAP. I do not have much time, folks. It's beginning to rain right now. I will be cutting this very close. Everybody, we got the tarp set up in the nick of time. We have full protection. We are now in good shape. Rain is falling right now. So far, it's pretty light, but I am hearing thunder. As it stands right now, everybody, we are in good shape. Now, the unfortunate thing here is that this campsite is fairly close to the road, but luckily we're out in the middle of nowhere on an old forest road, so we shouldn't see that many people today. Especially with it raining, the odds are of a vehicle coming by, it's pretty low. Let's see if we can't pull up the radar real quick and see what is coming our way. We do have a little bit of service. Very little, it's very slow. So it looks like the brunt of the storm system is approaching now. The question is, how long is it gonna last for? I don't know. That will be the ultimate deciding factor as far as what this trip is. We may have to stay here, but if I can, I'll break this down, pack it all up, and we'll head out of here and start hiking. But as it stands right now, who knows what's going to happen. Based upon what I'm seeing here, to me, it looks like it's going to rain, then it's going to stop, but there's going to be showers and thunderstorms around for the rest of the day, possibly into the night. Because of that, I think the best course, more than likely, will be to stay here. All in all, this is a nice campsite, but this is not going to be the backpacking adventure that I was hoping it to be. Again, this is so funny because like the forecast was not calling for rain today, but yet, here we are. You just saw that I made an adjustment to this tarp, and that's because this tarp is made from sil nylon, and already, because it's wet, it's beginning to stretch. That is just simply an aspect to this type of material. That cool rainwater feels good. In truth, it's fairly warm today. Right now it's about 65 degrees, even up here. That is pretty warm for this time of year. Now, I tell you what, everybody, if you didn't watch part 1 to this adventure, you should make sure to go back and check it out, because a lot that I'm going to talk about in this episode is going to reference what took place last night and this morning. So, just in case you didn't see it, briefly what happened is this. I had some locals come into the campsite. They were revving up their engines. They had their high beams on, shining over the campsite. And as soon as I got my pants on, I was about to get out and confront them, they took off. Unfortunately, events like this do take place in national forests because they're so remote, and oftentimes there's no law enforcement. To be honest, I'm not sure if I've ever seen any sort of ranger or anything like that in a national forest. If I have, it's been extremely rare, no doubt about it. After the first episode went up, I've been hearing from a ton of people who have experienced the exact same thing. It happens. I talked about this in that episode. I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but without a doubt, it was a very interesting night. As it stands right now, we have 2 thunder cells near us. There's one to the south and there's one to the east. Neither one of those pose any threat. It's nice hearing the thunder, but we're not going to get hit by those. There's something special about being underneath the tarp listening to the thunder, along with the rain, of course. So it looks like the first wave has come through. There's a second wave now that's about to come up and hit us. All in all, though, it doesn't look very impressive at the time being. It continues to rain, folks. I haven't checked the radar in a while, so I don't know if it's going to stop anytime soon. Already, we've been underneath this tarp for a while. I mean, right now it's after 1 o'clock, and once we got out here, it was still in the AM. There is a YouTube channel that I want to give a shout out to. The name of the channel is Daily Outdoors, D-A-L-E-Y Outdoors. I can't say I've ever heard of this channel, but don't take that as a con or a diss or anything like that. There's a lot of outdoor channels that I don't watch. Typically, I don't watch outdoor related content because I make it myself. You know, when I go on YouTube, I want to see something different. Anyways, he has a video titled Every Outdoor Gear Review, and what he's doing is parroting, like, basically all of the outdoor channels that review products, like myself. I happen to be the first one on there, and it's pretty funny. I wasn't able to figure out everybody that he was mimicking, but some of them I could. And I thought it personally was funny. I went through some of the comments, and it sounded like some people were like really pissed off, some people were upset, or they thought other channels were going to be upset. Folks, you gotta have a sense of humor. I personally find this sort of stuff hilarious. I love it. Make sure to check that out, as it's pretty good. Anyways, everyone, cheers. Good cup of coffee on a rainy day. The temperature has gone down some, but it's still pretty warm. According to my watch, 64 degrees. It's probably a little bit cooler than that up here at this elevation, but a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I spoke about my battle with skin cancer. My hand is doing great. I wrapped up the treatment and I am done. There's no sign of cancer. All that remains right now is a small scar, which will eventually heal up. I want to say thank you very much for all of the comments, the emails, the messages, everybody who reached out. It means a lot. I'm doing good. Everything's a-okay. Luckily, in this situation, I didn't have to have surgery or anything like that. So right now, I am good to go. Just in case you didn't see the episode where I was discussing the skin cancer issue and all that stuff, basically I said that you have to be your own advocate. Go get an opinion and then go get a separate opinion, because oftentimes you don't have to do surgery. I'm not saying all the time, because every single case is going to be different, but there are different treatments out there and not everybody has to be cut up. So make sure to be your own advocate, ask questions, go to different doctors, do what you have to do. If I did what the first doctor recommended, which was a surgeon, I would be disfigured right now. But as it stands, I'm perfectly fine, no cancer, cancer-free, and I went with an alternative treatment method. So again, just be your own advocate, ask questions, get second opinions, maybe even third opinions. We're pretty much at the tail end of this wave. And then after that, it's just a ton of little scattered showers. Further to the west, I see some pretty strong thunderstorms heading this way. There's no telling whether or not we're going to get hit by those. So, as it stands right now, I mean, it looks like we're just going to be dodging showers for the rest of the day. I am not sure how we did it, but we got camp set up in between showers. I mean, as soon as I got the fly on, staked it out, it began to rain again. It's light, but it is coming down. As far as the tent placement goes, you can see here that I basically have it partially over the fire pit. That's because that is the flattest part of this campsite here. And also, I have no plans to have a fire tonight. After it rained basically all night long last night, it's been raining this afternoon. I could get a fire going, but it would take a substantial amount of work. With everything being so wet, it's not really something that I want to do. At the same time, it's fairly windy right now. The winds are definitely kicking up around 11 miles an hour. So even if I could get a fire going, a lot of that heat would just be blown away. So there's not much point to it. Since I've been under this tarp for so long, I've had enough time to really look around camp here. And I can tell you all, this place is beautiful. This is a really beautiful forest. What's so unique about it is that you have grass everywhere. This is like a grassy forest. At least from where I'm from, this is highly uncommon. This is really, really neat. You won't believe this. I just flung one of these into my coffee. Damn it. That's a 1,000,000 to 1 shot right there. Finally, it is beginning to really cool down. It was pretty warm there for a little bit. I'm not 100% sure what the temp is, but I would guess upper 50s right now. Figured I'd have some coffee, have a snack here. I had lunch a little while ago. I didn't film it though. One thing that I need to do is secure this tarp stakeout point. Because it's getting so windy, I need to put some weight on it. That'll prevent the stake from being pulled out of the ground by the wind. It's raining, it's super windy, and it's a little bit foggy too. The cloud level has lowered significantly over the last 30 minutes. It's beautiful. At the same time, it's a little bit chilly. It's also fairly dark out at the moment. I mean, it's been dark basically all day, but even more so over the last 40 minutes or so. With the fog, it kind of looks like Silent Hill, you know what I mean? Do you all remember that old video game? Or The Mist, something like that? I think that's a movie. It's also a short story, I believe. One of the really cool things about this trip so far is the amount of thunder that I've heard. It's been thundering for hours, but yet nothing's hit us directly. It's all just surrounding us. It's especially cool with the fog. Like, I'm hearing the thunder. I can't even see the flashes. Very ominous. By the way, folks, I had numerous people reaching out asking how I'm feeling after having the flu. I'm feeling fine. I felt bad for about 3 days, okay for about 2 days, and then felt great after that, but sounded terrible, have a nice cough. I don't know how I sound right now. It's not too bad, maybe a little nasally, but all in all, I'm doing great. Now, unfortunately, Susie now has it. She has the flu. She's at home coughing right now, sniffling too. I told her I was sick. I told her to keep her hands off me, but she would not listen. So now she has the flu, and it's all her fault, everybody. I tried my best. Now that she's starting to feel a little bit under the weather, I'll ask her whether or not it was worth it, and I'll put her response on the screen now. I am so glad that I did not start hiking today. In other words, I'm glad that it didn't start raining later on, because today's been a wash. I mean, it's rained basically the entire day. I woke up this morning, it was raining, and it has rained periodically on and off all day long. As it stands right now, we're going into the late afternoon. It's about 5 o'clock, and yet it continues to rain. With the temperature dropping, I went ahead and made some tea here. A vanilla caramel chai. I can't say that I'm a big tea person, but this stuff smells really, really good. More than anything, I made this so I can have something nice and warm to drink, because the temperature has been dropping, it's still windy, and with all of the moisture in the air, it's quite chilly. I checked the radar a few minutes ago, and it shows nothing but storms surrounding us and coming this direction. I don't know if they're going to make it. They could fizzle out, who knows. But without a doubt, it's going to be a very interesting afternoon going into the evening. As an update, everybody, it is now 7:10. The sun will be down in 1 hour. Things have dried out for the last 40 minutes or so. The sun's kind of peeking out a little bit. I just checked the radar though, and we have some strong storms coming our way. Because of the storms that are coming in, I decided to go ahead and make dinner, get that out of the way. That way, basically, we could eat, we could let it rain, let it storm, and then just call it a night. I was looking around camp here for some dry firewood, and unfortunately I just did not find much. I found a little bit here and there, but not enough to make a fire with, really. Living in the region that I do, I am accustomed to everything being soaking wet. It's amazing, like you could go a couple hundred miles away and they do not receive as much rain as we do. I mean, it really is something. Anyways, everyone, dinner will be ready here in just a minute, and I cannot wait. Because I put the tuna on top of the noodles, this is nice and warm. I warm that up. It is ready to go. My friends, this is amazing. We have mayonnaise mustard Japanese noodles with teriyaki tuna. It's fantastic. Hey, the owl. That makes me happy. Last night I had owls at my other campsite, and tonight I do as well. Whoa, I just about dropped that. I just about made a huge mess. Okay, folks, I'm done talking. I better focus on what I'm doing here and not filming. I will bring you all back when I'm done here. Let's see, I did check the radar, and we have about an hour before the rain gets here. As you all could hear, it is absolutely pouring outside. There are storms out there, not close, but they're out there. My plan is to call it a night, go to sleep listening to the rain, which is easy to do. I will see you all in the morning. Good night for now. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. As far as the time goes, it is a bright and early 6:35. As far as the temperature goes, it's around 51 degrees. I actually have a thermometer in here, and that's what it says. As for last night, I slept great, and that's because it rained all night long. I apologize, folks. This is not the backpacking adventure that I thought it would be. It just wasn't in the cards. The weather did not cooperate at all. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. I slept great last night. Before I went to sleep, though, there was definitely something walking around in the woods. Big, probably a deer, but I'm not sure. But it was walking around out there for a long time. Now, before I went to sleep last night, I fired up a movie. I was watching an alien movie, Prometheus. I'm not really going to discuss that awful mess, but I'm going to discuss the other movies. So, there's Alien, which is amazing. There's Aliens, which is the second one, which is fantastic. There's the third one, which everybody hated when it came out. There's the fourth one, which is Alien Resurrection, which is the worst movie of all time. I cannot believe that is an Alien movie. It is like a spoof. It is so bad, so stupid. It makes number 3 look alright. It's pretty good. It's not Alien 4, thank God. It's unbelievable how bad that movie is. If you haven't seen Alien Resurrection, you should watch it because it is like the ultimate bad movie, except like it's not fun at all. It sucks. What's amazing to me is that there was a group of people who approved that movie. I don't know what it cost to make, but I bet it was way too much. Where's my phone? Yeah, there it is. Let's find out how much it cost to make Alien Resurrection. Hey Google, what was the budget for Alien Resurrection?
Alien Resurrection had a budget of $70 million.
Oh my gosh. Alien, the very first one, cost 11. Aliens, the sequel, which everybody deems to be the best one, was only 18.5. Alien 3 was 50. This was $70 million, and it's so awful. There's like 2-3 colors in that movie. There's like white, yellow, and brown. It's amazing. That's what's on my mind this morning, everybody. Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. I'm going to begin packing all of this up here. In the future, I will do a part 3, but unfortunately, I have to go home. I am out of supplies, out of time. I've spent 2 days out. Both parts very interesting. I have to say they've been a lot of fun. The local rednecks, or whatever you want to call them, that was definitely an interesting experience. Again, not a unique one. I've had the experience before. Others have as well. It's just a national forest sort of thing, you know. As for this trip, this was a cluster. But I've had a good time, though. I really have. This is a really cool area. I cannot wait to explore it. I have the suspicion that there's a really good site that I can make a campsite up on top of this mountain. The thing is, we have to hike up to it. I based this assumption upon some satellite imagery that I've been looking at. So, in the future, we will find out together whether or not I'm right. But as it stands right now, it's a mystery. Be on the lookout for part 3 coming up in the future. Cheers to that. Cheers to you all. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. All in all, folks, this really was a great trip. Super, super rainy. It's funny. The forecast did not call for that at all. I mean, it's just like when I woke up yesterday and it was raining. I was so confused. I was like, what is going on? All right, everybody. Let's get up. Let's get at it. really frustrating. Frustrating, man. Well, everybody, it is time to wrap everything up and to say goodbye. I've had a great time. I hope you all have too. If you have enjoyed this episode, hit the thumbs up. It helps a lot. I will see you all next week with the next reviews and next Thursday with the next adventure. Make sure to check out my second YouTube channel, A Quiet Place Adventures. You will find brand new adventures every single week. Oh yeah. Folks, take care. Be well. Let's go dry off.